Hello there, lovely people. It's Alex from Nintendo Life here, and today I'm going to be taking you through how you can be extra super lovely good at Tetris 99 on the Nintendo Switch. And if you happen to be watching this before the 8th of March, then make note of the fact that there is going to be a competition running called the Tetris 99 Grand Prix, where you can win some lovely eShop credit. We're not running it, but we do want to sort of put it out there because it's kind of cool. There'll be more details in the link below. But anyway, that's more than enough waffling. Let's dive right into things. As much as Tetris is essentially an instinctive game at its core, the whole battle royale side of things has somewhat changed that in Tetris 99. With the amount of information on screen, you might be forgiven for not quite knowing what's happening most of the time, and we certainly didn't either. Yeah, I mean, you're playing with 98 other people online, that's fairly straightforward, and you can sort of see them all, but how do they even impact your game? And more importantly, how can you impact theirs? Well, as they say in Austria, that's surprisingly simple. By clearing lines on your game, you can send junk lines over to an enemy's game and ruin their entire day. You can either let the game choose someone for you to attack using the right stick, up to target people who are about to be knocked out, right to attack people with badges, more on that later, down to focus on people who are already targeting you, and left just to pick any old sod. If you'd like a more manual approach, and it's the one that I both prefer and recommend, you can use the left stick to manually select any old git you fancy.
Or just use the touch screen.
Who you target is important, and that'll become more clear as we go on to section 2. If someone is knocked out because of your actions, that means that's a KO to you, and you'll be rewarded with a nice shiny bit of badge. Get 2 badge bits to get your first badge, another 4 on top of that for your second, another 8 on top of that. You get the idea. You can have up to 4 badges total, and they do some lovely things. If you've got 1 badge to your name, any junk lines you send over will come with 25% extra free to properly irritate your enemies. 2 badges will send over an extra 50%, and so on and so forth. These little sausages are absolutely vital in the later parts of the game, and if you've got into the remaining half, you've probably already had badges to your name and not even known it. However, with great badges comes great responsibility, or more accurately, pressure. If you KO someone who has any amount of badges, not only will they lose them because they obviously just lost the game, but you'll also pinch their badges to add to your collection. So if you've got a lot of badges, you've probably also got a lot of people after your sweet goodies, and that's a bad time by any measure. Sometimes it can feel like the whole world is against you, or at least a very tiny fraction of it. If you've got a lot of junk lines lined up in the bar to the left, just waiting to make a mockery of your meticulous planning, it's time to start clearing lines pronto, even if you've been waiting to pull off a double Tetris. Clearing lines now will prevent the same number of junk lines from being dropped into your game. It's often a shame to see a lot of well-planned effort disappear in a puff of blocks, but if it means the difference between staying in the game and not staying in the game, I think you know what's best. That's the bulk of the stuff that should give you a better understanding of how Tetris 99 works, but that's far from all the tips we've got for you. Try these on for size. It's very tempting to try and rush in and get as many badges as possible right from the start, but in the early stages of the game, you'll probably end up being targeted like no tomorrow. And if enough people have their sights set on you, it doesn't matter how good you are, you're gonna lose. Try and build up slowly and methodically, make yourself unappealing to attack, and then as time goes by, try to snipe someone with a load of badges who's about to be kicked out anyway. Now you're playing with power. Getting a load of junk lines dumped into your game can be a pain, but it can also be a blessing. If someone sends 4 junk lines your way, that's 4 lines that are pretty damn easy to clear if you can just get to the opening. Just drop a long Tetramino down there and return those suckers to sender. if you happen to be targeting the person that sent them. When things are getting really heated and you just need a moment to think as your pieces start falling faster and faster, you can always switch out to your hold piece to give you just a little bit more time to work out what the blithering hell's going on. Be careful though, as your hold piece might be rubbish and unsuitable for your current situation. You have been warned. And there you have it. Hopefully you found this information useful and you can charge into Tetris 99 with a better sense of what the naffing hell's going on. If you've got any tips yourself, then feel free to leave them in the comments down below. I'm sure there's somebody out there who'll see them and it'll make their Tetris life worth living again. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, then why don't you stack that subscribe button up with a load of other funny shaped subscribe buttons, and be sure to check out NintendoLife.com for all sorts of lovely Nintendo related content. Thank you again for watching. Bye bye.